Hi guys, so as you can see, things are a little bit different at the moment. The video quality is a little bit off because I'm using my phone and not the PC, because the PC is having major issues at the moment. If you saw my last video when I had me weightlifting vest on, I was saying that it wasn't very good. Pardon me. At the moment, it's crashing every 45 to half an hour. Well, between 45 minutes and an hour and a half, sorry. Which, as you can imagine, is being a little bit annoyed. Okay, a bit annoying. I've got it down to it either being an internet problem or a graphics problem. Because when I'm not doing anything online, like any websites up or anything, it's quite okay. It's quite happy to sit there and let me do Word documents and moving files from one folder to another, but I just don't want to take the risk of filming something, because obviously that's going to be heavily using the graphics card. So I don't really want to be doing that. So yeah, things are a little bit annoying at the moment. I'd say because I've got it down to those two things. The problem started when Nvidia updated the drivers for whatever, just updated the drivers for my graphics card. Well, I'm assuming it was a system-wide thing for everyone with graphics cards. I don't know. It was about around the beginning of June, like the 3rd or 4th of June. And it was around about that kind of time when my issues started. So whether it is to do with the graphics card, I'm not sure, because I've tried to reinstall them. I've done all sorts of updated drivers. I can't roll back the drivers to find that out, so it won't let me do that. So I'm a little bit annoyed with that. Yeah, so it could be the drivers, or it could be the internet. It could just be that the internet just doesn't want to let me do certain stuff. I don't know, but I've got a feeling it's the graphics cards. I've got to wait for another update to happen. But hey, how are you? It's been a while since we've chatted kind of properly. This is obviously going to be my fortnightly vlog, because it is Monday at almost 10 o'clock at night. I don't know what to say. I don't want to quite get onto the fortnightly thing just yet. I just want to have a bit of a to-do with you. It is boiling hot. It is 14 degrees, which for me is really hot. It's been 21 today. Yesterday it was mid-20s, mid-high 20s, which is far too hot for me. My mum, as you know, from years of me doing these things now, you know that I don't like the heat. Excuse the background as well, by the way, because obviously, because I'm not on the PC, I can't do my green screening. So you have to put up with just normal household backgrounds. But yeah, we'll get on to the business of the vlog now, shall we? Week 1 we have. I was up at 1:20 in the morning. And I was back in bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. I was up at 12:50 in the afternoon, back in bed 10 minutes later, because it was just too hot and I needed to cool down. And then I didn't get up then until 4:20, because it was just too nice in bed. It was just nice and cool. Went to bed normal time. Tuesday I was gone 2 p.m. because it was just nice in bed. It was a bit of a dead day because of that. I didn't have any music on because it wasn't really worth putting anything on because I was hardly down here for that long. Bed normal time, Wednesday up at 11:50 a.m, back to bed at 1:30, up at 4:30, back to bed again at 7:45, a bit later than normal. Thursday up at 5 past midnight, bed at 3:30, up at 5:20, shopping game, chilled tunes, the Aimed Head remix mix compilation things that I was listening to. Had an afternoon nap. I sold a CD for the first time this year. I've sold something. it's going well. No, it was just an old rock and roll CD that I'd sold that I'd had up on eBay for a couple of years now. Friday I was up at 8:40, chilled to tunes all day, bed later than normal. Obviously I went to the post box to post the CD, so that was all good. Saturday also at 2:10 in the morning, and that was when the driver updated itself and I started getting issues with the PC. It keeps crashing into the blue screen of death. And I thought, we're sorry, we have encountered a problem and we need to collect some data and we'll restart the computer. It never restarts the computer, so I have to physically do a restart. Which obviously isn't healthy for the PC. But the fact that it never restarts when it says it's going to restart, it gets to 100% and it just doesn't restart. I got here that the drivers aren't installed right. I'm still thinking that is what the problem is. That the drivers just weren't, not that they weren't installed right, just that the drivers weren't compatible with my machine. Whether it means I've got to get a new graphics card or whatever, I don't know. It feels like, as I say, I put my GeForce ones, I went up at 4:40 in the morning, I was back down for 6:10 in the morning, still getting the issues. Felt like the PC was on its last legs. I was in bed a bit later than normal because I was trying to sort out the PC. I've literally done so much stuff to this PC, it's unreal. Sunday I was at 5 o'clock in the morning, in bed by 7. I came back down at 11:20 when a bombshell hit me. Not me, myself, or something happened though. Something was announced on Facebook, and it really took me back to the point where I was in tears. Because I found out that one of my good friends of the internet had died. For those of you who know and have followed me for quite a while, you will know that I talk about a guy called Lord Xeon, an actual lord because he bought his lordship. He goes just by the name of Xeon, just a one-onym Xeon, and no one knew how to refer to him, so he bought a lordship, so people would call him Lord Xeon. And it turned out he died. He had the AstraZeneca COVID vaccine and he had a bad reaction to it. So there's going to be an inquest and all sorts of stuff. His partner of 21 years, Vicky Spitzer, again, I also talk about, she's got book Q and so on. These are the two guys, well, guy and gal, who used to own SmellingYourMum.com, which I've done a vlog about. They were in the band Spit Like This, which is why they had the t-shirt company. I've done quite a few vlogs about them. I've mentioned them quite often in my videos. But yeah, Lord Xeon died. And it really affected me. And the funeral was today. I've donated a little bit of money to the Alzheimer's Society because Alzheimer's was a charity very close to Zed's, as people know him as Zed. Very close to Zed's heart, with his grandparents both suffering from Alzheimer's and dementia and all that stuff. So I donated a little bit of charity to that in his name. I'll say it hit me really hard because, like I say, I've known him for ages. I've bought stuff off him. I've got the CDs off him. I've got signed posters. I've got signed CDs. I've got a paperweight just on the desk that I bought from him. I've got some little pin badges that he sent me once of some Star Wars ships. Like, I think it's the Millennium Falcon and a TIE Fighter, I think. I've got the lion that I bought from him. I've got a ton of stuff all around me to remind me of him. So yeah, it was hard. But I can only imagine what Vicky's going through because, like I say, they were going to get married later on this year. Well, they were going to get married last year, but COVID struck, so that put dampener on that. But then they're going to get married a little bit later on, but again, lockdown happened. So they couldn't do it at that time, so then it got put back, and we're finally going to get married this year. And then died. So that kind of, like I say, that really hit me quite badly. Yeah, enough about that. I don't normally mull that over just yet. So week 2, I was up at 7:50, still having issues with the PC, bed at 11, down at 4, bed normal time. Tuesday up at 3:10, googled a fix for the computer. After a few days it decided to dawn on me that I could just Google to find out what was wrong with it, because it was always coming up with the same message, which was a DPC watchdog violation. So I googled to fix it. It came up with a couple of ideas as to how I can fix it. So I did the fix and it still wasn't working, which really annoyed me. So I did it again and it still wasn't working. Googled a few other things, and it suggested disconnecting all your USB ports and then reconnecting them one by one until the problem was solved. Until you found what one was causing the problem, if any of them was causing the problem. Because in theory, any drivers that they might have had might not have been installed properly or needed updating or whatever. The problem there for me is none of my USB devices use drivers. The printer is wireless. Then the other thing I got plugged in is my webcam, which uses Windows drivers, and that was up to date. A USB dongle for Bluetooth, a USB dongle for the internet. My microphone is driverless. Then the only other things I got plugged in are hardwires, which obviously don't really need drivers or anything like that. And as you can see, just up here, I've got my spotlight, which is plugged into the USB. So yeah, nothing really uses drivers that need updating or anything, but I did it anyway. Still didn't solve the problem. So yeah, that was out the window. But I did find out though, while I was doing all that, it did mention that Windows might need to be updated. So I searched for that, and it did. At the beginning of June, which again could have been the reason why this has all happened, it decided that it wants to update to 21H1, like T1H1, which is the latest version of Windows 10. So I've downloaded that, and that still didn't fix the problem. It updated the drivers that needed to be updated and everything, but it didn't fix the problem. Once day I was up at 11:15, guys came to fix the boiler because we were having serious issues with our boiler. It's a Worcester Bosch, like supposed to be top of the range, and we've had nothing but issues with it since it's been installed. We keep losing water pressure, we keep losing water. and it's like all through winter, and it's still happening. The water pressure was going right down to zero, which meant that we had no hot water, no water was going to the heaters, so we didn't have any heating for a while except for the gas fire. We've only got the one gas fire in this room and not one over in that room. So yeah, and the water pressure is still going off even to a couple of weeks ago. They bought a new part for it, installed that, and it still wasn't working, so they've come and installed yet another new part. So hopefully this one will sort it out. I was in bed for normal time. Thursday, we had an Iceland shop delivered because we needed some chocolate ices and ice creams and lollies and stuff because of the weather. And then also, because it was payday on the Wednesday, I ordered some chocolates from a place called Epic Chocolate. Is it called Epic Chocolate? No, Heavenly. Pure Heavenly. Why I thought it was Epic Chocolate, I don't know. Pure Heavenly. They were on Dragon's Den a few years ago. They are dairy free, low sugar, soy free, palm oil free, gluten free. They're all free of all this kind of things that are supposed to be classed as junk. I say low sugar, and with me mum being diabetic, I thought it'd be a good idea to try them. And we're kind of impressed. We're not. You can tell it's not proper decent chocolates. But for something that's free and low sugar and all this sort of stuff, it's not bad. Obviously, I'm still having problems with the PC. I was in bed at 9 o'clock that night. Ooh, 9 o'clock. Because athletics were on. So it was late going up. Then I came down at 22:45 to try and sort out PC again. I thought it had been fixed with a camera, but it hadn't. Bed at 3:10 in the morning. Friday I was up just after 10, and the meat hamper came because we'd ordered a bunch of meat because we were getting no more meat in the freezer. And it all just about to fit in. And the PC still wasn't fixed. I had an afternoon nap from 2 till 4:20, bed normal time. Saturday I was up at 5:55, PC was still crashing. We had McDonald's for tea. All Saturday we were like, oh, we're going to have Subway. Came to go on to Just Eat, and Subway weren't delivering. And we were like, nah, no, because we'd really kind of worked up this appetite for a Subway, and we were just looking forward to having something nice and reasonably healthy. So we ended up having 2 McDonald's, which obviously it's nice and so on, but we just really fancied having a nice kind of Subway. Then I was in bed normal time. Sunday I was up at 20 past midnight. Went to bed at whatever time. Back up again at 5:45. Then bed just after 8. Then up at 20 past 4, which was a completely wasted day. Tom Coates' new book came because I ordered that on Wednesday when I got paid. It's outdoor cooking, so we bought a barbecue. Only cheap kettle one, like a kettle drum barbecue kind of round thing. But you know, if we're going to have Tom's outdoor cooking book, it would make sense to have an outdoor cooking facility. So, and obviously I'm a big fan of Tom Kerridge, so therefore I'll buy his books to help kind of, not that he needs the money, but you know, he's a good chef, so we quite like buying his stuff. And then that leads me on to today, which I'm not going to talk about because that's next fortnight's vlog. Pointless. Week 1, it was a draw. I won. Mum won. A draw. Mum won. Week 2, Mum won. Draw. Mum won. I won. So overall, Mum's kind of won the majority of them over the last fortnight. We are back on repeats as of today, though. So I won today, but again, that's for next fortnight. Yeah, so that's that. You know, my main thing this fortnight has been trying to sort out this damn PC. I don't know if it needs reformatting. I don't know what to do with it. I've got a PC down here, like just down here, but I wanted to use that upstairs and upgrade that and have that as my gaming PC. But if this one down here is on its last legs, then I'm going to have to use this one here. And then get another one for my gaming PC. But I've been on Alibaba and, or not Alibaba, AliExpress, and they've got some fairly decent PCs, like gaming PCs. So I've been tempted to actually buy some of those, like one of those. I think they're about £300-400. Which is doable in about 3 months for me. So yeah, I don't know what to do. Obviously, I've got certain things in my life, which means I can't just do what I want. I've got to do certain things and get certain things okayed by some people before I can do certain things. It's not just a case of, right, PC broke, let me do this. I've got to get things okayed before I can do it. So yeah, that's the vlog. A bit longer than normal because obviously I've had to explain things, how things are going on and so on. 21 or 22 minutes. So I'm going to leave it here. 2 minutes, 22 minutes, just turned. Hope you've enjoyed this kind of rather extended vlog. If you have, give me all those things that you normally do: thumbs up, like, subscribe, comments, shares. Not that any of you ever do any of that. You know, one day you will. And I'll see you all around in another vlog, hopefully from the PC. Bye.